Hi, my name is María Pérez, and I'm going to do the presentation about the explanation of the right task. And there are 8 sentences that I'm going to explain, and it's gonna be about British English versus American English, false friends, most common errors that we do in Spanish, and things that I think it's interesting to know if you're a Spanish person. So, first one, I'm going to start with this sentence that says, "If you are thirsty, some places exist where you can buy non-alcoholic beer. And there's something else I advise you to do. Eat some fresh fruits. Actually, that's the best choice for you." Well, there are some things that we can comment, and the first thing is the word advice is written in British English because it has an S, and if it was American, it would have a Z. So here is British English. And there are also 2 false friends, which one of them is advice as well. And when we see advice, we tend to think advice, avisar in Spanish. But avisar in English is warn. So advice means recommend. And the other one is actually, which means really, and when Spanish people see that word, think actualmente, but not, because actualmente is nowadays. So, next one says, "People are so aggressive. I really admire sensible people. It's boring when my siblings keep arguing. It doesn't matter why it happens. I hate it. It makes me angry." Well, here we have false friends again. And the first false friend, well, the first and the only one, is sensible, because we usually think that means sensible in Spanish, but sensible in English is sensitive. So sensible means practical. And so that's why it's a false friend. And then about the word matter, it can have a personal or an impersonal subject, and tends to be used in a negative way, meaning of no importance. So that's the meaning of it doesn't matter. And finally, about it makes me angry, the verb makes has to be followed by a direct object, which is me, and then an adjective, which is angry. So the structure is perfect. Here says number 3. "I don't smoke anymore. That's why I feel better. And tobacco prices never stop rising, so I'm saving plenty of money. I suggest that you do the same. It's never too late." Well, here we have, first of all, anymore, which is British English, because it's like in 2 words separated, and in American English you usually write it all together, like in 1 word. And that's why I feel better. Fine. And tobacco prices never stop rising, so I'm saving plenty of money. The word plenty here acts like an adjective, so it's fine. I mean, it can work like an adjective or like a noun, but here its function is an adjective. And finally, the verb suggest, it says, I suggest that you do the same. The formal construction is suggest plus that plus should. But should, you can omit it like here, so it would be like the formal construction but with the word should omitted. Number 4, it was there that I met my wife. I felt my heart beat so fast that I knew it. She was my soulmate. She stole my heart from me. As I said, it was love at first sight. I don't mind admitting it. So, here there are little things, and the first thing is the verb steal. Well, she stole my heart from me, because you steal something from someone and not to someone. That because some people think is steal to, but no, is steal something from someone. And the verb mind, it can have its subject is invariably a person, and it is usually used in questions or negative sentences like here, and that's why it makes a lot of sense. Now we have reached half of the presentation, and I'm going to move into number 5. And it says, rich people only worry about their profits and the competition with other companies. Capitalism and consumerism are killing us. People are becoming so materialistic. And the first thing I see is about profits, and there's a good use, because we tend to take profits, and it refers to benefits from the situation. So you cannot say take profit. You could say take advantage of, for example. And now the word capitalism, capitalism, no. Consumerism is a noun, and it's fine, although in Spanish we sometimes think it's consumism, but it doesn't exist, so consumerism. And the last one is materialistic, that it's an adjective, and if it were a noun, it would be a materialist. Now, number 6. In my view, museums are a must when you make a trip. When we arrived in London, I asked the people at the tourist information office to make sure I visited all of them, including the British Museum and the Tate Gallery. So, first thing I see is it's not wrong, but instead of saying in my view, I'd rather say from my point of view, but both are correct. Then about the verb arrive, you use arrive in for large places like it's London. And about make sure, here the verb make, it's fine followed by the adjective sure, because the direct object is long, so it goes after the adjective. Number 7. You eat too many slices of toast, you are going to gain weight. No matter what social class we belong to, we have to be careful. knowledge and good advice are essential, don't you think? Well, there is a good use of too many, because, well, normally we confuse too many with too much, but here, as then it says slices of toast, slices is countable, so you have to put many. And the word toast, you cannot use too many, you cannot say too many toast. I mean, toast is uncountable, so you have to put slices before to make sense. And then about no matter, well, in this case, in this case is followed by a WH word, so it's fine. I mean, it can be followed by a WH word or a definite article, but here is like that. And last one, the number 8 says, the car crash was so serious that the driver was in a coma for weeks. He was driving very fast because he thought he was going to miss his plane. He hardly noticed the car coming from the side street. Well, here I think it's important the structure of he hardly noticed, because it is fine, but if we want to emphasize more the situation, and here I think it's convenient, we could use hardly plus had plus the subject. So it would be like, hardly had he noticed the car coming from the side street, and it would be like more emphatic. And the last thing is about the word miss. I mean, the verb miss. And it's because miss and lose have the same meaning, but you use lose for objects and miss for scheduled things. So here, obviously, miss is the correct option. And now we reach the end of the presentation. I hope you have understood me and you have learned something from this. Thank you so much.